Many soccer players come from rags to riches, benefiting immensely from their dear talent and dedication. And Jill too excel in the sports, from living in poverty to be able to buy the world's most expensive cars and exotic lifestyle. Soccer players are used to that trend. Soccer players earn thousands, tens of thousands, and hundreds of thousands of dollars every week, which, cumulatively, pile up into riches. With this in mind, many would expect soccer players to be comfortable and rich throughout the rest of their lives, even after they retire, but that is not usually the case. Many players lose their way after retirement, with some evaporating into the background, some getting involved in crimes and lawsuits, while a couple enter into coaching or other businesses to thrive. The most unfortunate ones are those who lose everything after playing soccer for several years. In this video, we look at 10 soccer players who went bankrupt. Number 10. Emmanuel Eboué. Ivorian right-back Emmanuel Eboué was a fan favorite during his time with Arsenal. Known for his lively personality and strong performances, he seemed set for a comfortable future. However, after a costly divorce settlement, he was left with little financial security. Eboué later admitted he hadn't fully understood his financial agreements and trusted others to manage his wealth. His lack of oversight left him vulnerable, and he found himself in severe financial distress. Number 9. Djemba-Djemba. Djemba-Djemba is widely remembered for his days at Old Trafford playing for Manchester United alongside Cristiano Ronaldo and Ryan Giggs. Djemba-Djemba was declared bankrupt 4 years after moving to Aston Villa, and it was all due to his way of handling money. He was said to have spent almost every salary to repay loan debts on a weekly basis. The Cameroonian midfielder tried to recoup a bit he could at St. Mirren and in the Indian Super League, and even in the Swiss fifth tier before retiring. Number 8. Arne Riise. Arne Riise lost almost everything he had, ironically, while still earning £50,000 a week at Liverpool. This was just 2 years after winning the Champions League with Liverpool. In 2007, the defender was linked to an alleged £3 million fraud investigation in Norway, and he eventually had an unpaid debt of around £100,000 before he was declared bankrupt in 2007. Number 7. Friedel. Friedel had an illustrious career that made him widely considered to be among the best U.S. soccer players of all time. An American goalkeeper had ambitions of building a soccer academy in his home country, but things didn't go as planned, and he racked up debts to the tune of £5 million. It all started in 2017 when Friedel launched a non-profit soccer academy in Lorain, Ohio, investing a staggering $10 million to provide full tuition scholarships to young players aged 12 and older. However, the academy struggled to maintain corporate sponsorship after the 2008 financial crisis and was ultimately forced to close its doors in 2011. To make matters worse, Friedel was forced to file for bankruptcy protection in the UK due to mounting debts related to the academy. This debt saw his house repossessed, and it still wasn't enough to set off his debts. Number 6. David James. David James was one of the best goalkeepers that England has ever seen, having played for a plethora of clubs in the Premier League. He is currently among the goalkeepers with the highest clean sheets in the Premier League. James lost around £20 million of his fortune when he declared bankruptcy in 2014. Despite earning an estimated £20 million from his career, the news came as a shock when the former England number 1 declared himself bankrupt in 2014. Furthermore, although he was a top goalkeeper in his days, he couldn't save his marriage, which ended in divorce in 2005. The divorce saw him pay settlements and rack up debts. Number 5. Wes Brown. Wes Brown played for Manchester United during his days and, at some point, earned £50,000 weekly. He retired from Kerala Blasters in India and also after 23 caps for England. But after a divorce from his actress wife Leanne Wassell last year, he placed his home for sale at a £4.5 million home. He was declared bankrupt in late June 2023, and it's not unconnected to his divorce settlements. Number 4. Dani Alves. Once the most decorated footballer in history, Dani Alves had it all: money, fame, and trophies. From Barcelona to PSG, he earned millions and lived a life of luxury. But today, his story is very different. Legal troubles, lost sponsorships, and frozen assets have turned Alves' fortune upside down. The man who once lifted Champions League trophies is now facing a downfall that shocked the football world. Alves was convicted of sexual assault in Spain and sentenced to 4.5 years in prison. He was ordered to pay £128,000 in damages and cover legal costs. His arrest led to contract terminations and loss of sponsorships, including Adidas and Unam Pumas. Number 3. Asamoah Gyan. Former Sunderland striker Asamoah Gyan retired from football in June, but it was understood that he was broke before his retirement. The Ghanaian played for Sunderland in the Premier League, but also went to money-spinning leagues in Asia, like China and Saudi Arabia. Despite all these, the former striker claimed to have just £600 in his bank account back in 2018 and was unable to provide for his family. Number 2. Royston Drenthe. Royston Drenthe was declared bankrupt by a Dutch court in December 2020 despite playing for the Dutch national team and notably Real Madrid. Unlike others on the list, the 36-year-old is still playing currently features with the Spanish club Racing Murcia. However, it is highly unlikely that he will recover around £3.2 million he initially earned and lost from his football career. Even if he were to recover, it wouldn't be through soccer. Drenthe's party lifestyle drained his finances. Number 1. Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho is undoubtedly one of the greatest soccer players of all time, and his influence is still active in the world of soccer. It was shocking, surprising, and saddening when it was revealed that former Brazil star Ronaldinho had just £5 to his name in 2018 and still owed debts of up to £1.75 million. The former Barcelona and AC Milan star lost a huge amount of his fortune to fines and sanctions, especially for illegal construction in a protected area in Brazil. It was so bad that selling his property was not enough to clear his debt, leading to the seizure of his passport. He even spent time in a Paraguayan jail for allegedly attempting to enter the country with forged documents, making him one of the few soccer players who went to prison. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more amazing stories and breakdowns. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. See you in the next one.